Okay, Eamon, well, thanks again for having us this week, as usual. A couple of quick points first before we get down to business. First of all, after the debacle at Wembley last weekend and the goal that never was awarded to Chelsea, surely goal line technology must be introduced now.
Well, yeah, goal line technology is necessary, but it isn't really the right question. The the incidents that happen on the goal line of the ball being in or out are very, very rare. What needs to be introduced is something much more comprehensive. You need technology for people diving in the penalty area, simulating penalties. That's become a massive problem in the game now. And you need to, first of all, detect and punish that. You need technology, in my view, for serious tackles. And you need technology, I think, that managers can avail of during a game. In other words, each manager, in my view, should have one appeal against a decision in a game. And he's, like they do in rugby and in cricket and in tennis, you go to the Hawkeye, you see the incident again, and you get justice. That's what the objective is. There's an epidemic of cheating in football now, and bad decisions being made in almost every big game now. Penalties are being awarded that should be awarded, or penalties that shouldn't be awarded are awarded. The reverse is also true. Offside decisions. Allow the fans justice, and the managers and the players. It's very, very important. So the introduction of goal line technology, which they're now going to agree to, I'm quite certain, it's very, very, very rare that arises. There was an incident at Wembley last week. It was a terrible decision, inexplicable that the referee made it, but he did. But the last incident of that nature, I think, was about 6 months ago, and then you maybe have to go back to Frank Lampard's goal for England in the World Cup that was disallowed against Germany. So that's, twice a year. The other stuff is happening every week, and in almost every big match. That has to be addressed, and they're not going to address that, and that is a shame.
And then what would be your post-match analysis of the Bayern Munich and Real Madrid match of Tuesday night?
Well, Madrid were very disappointing. They didn't really perform on the night. I think Bayern Munich deserved to win. They worked harder at it. I thought Ronaldo was very disappointing for Madrid, and I thought as a group Madrid were disappointing. They didn't put any pressure on Bayern Munich's defence, which is where the weakness is. As a result, they got their away goal, Madrid, which will be of great value when they go home next week in the Bernabeu. I still think Madrid will go through, but it's Bayern have a real chance. People say it's too close to call. I would call it for Madrid, but they didn't play well, and they have a big match, the Clásico, in Barcelona, El Clásico on Saturday night, which is huge for both clubs. So there's a lot going on for Madrid and Barcelona, an awful lot, before they have to meet Bayern Munich and Chelsea respectively next week.
Okay, and then reaction to last night's Champions League semi-final between Chelsea and Barcelona.
Well, Barcelona created a number of very good chances and didn't take them. I thought Chelsea did well against a far superior team. Their tactics were good. They worked very hard. The longer the match went on, the better Chelsea were at defending their goal. They gave up 3 clear-cut chances in the first half. The chances in the second half, I think clear-cut only 1. But I thought both sides were great. I didn't think Barcelona lost any caste in defeat. They kept trying to play their football. But for Chelsea, it was a very big and result in a very impressive performance by what is really, an old side, veteran side. John Terry was great. Drogba, apart from simulation and diving all over the place, he played well. He scored a goal, caused trouble, and Lampard also played well. So for Chelsea, it was a memorable night. I still think Barcelona will go through. Chelsea have a chance, but I still think Real Madrid and Barcelona will go through to the final. And there's a fair bet to be had, having the double, that both of them qualify for the final, and that will be better than evens, maybe 6-4. So for betting purposes, that's a good bet. And another good bet related to that is I think Barcelona will beat Real Madrid at the Nou Camp on Saturday night, and you'll get around just even money or just a little below that, and that's a very good bet as well.
Okay, so as we get down to the drama of the betting then, what will be your biggest bankers for the weekend and the week ahead?
Well, I think I've got a number of bets. I think Barcelona will beat Real Madrid at the new camp. I think Madrid and Barcelona in a double to qualify. That could be a decent bet to qualify for the final of the Champions League. I think in the Premier League at the weekend, I'd suggest a couple of bets. It's not easy, but I think Bolton Swansea. Bolton fighting relegation. Swansea a very good side. I think that will be a draw. They're playing at the Reebok Stadium, so a home game for Bolton. I think that will be a draw. And I think Villa and Sunderland playing. Villa again have to be very wary of falling into the relegation zone. They're on a bad run. I think Sunderland will go there and get a draw. So the double would be Villa and Sunderland to draw, Bolton and Swansea to draw. That's the Saturday bet. And then there's two other bets. Wayne Rooney to score first for Manchester United in their home game.
Okay.
And Carlos Tevez to score first for Manchester City away to Wolves. I would have that in a double. The double will pay about 16 to 1 or 15, 16 to 1, and I think it's a great bet. Rooney to score first for United, Tevez to score first for City. So that's the bets for this week. And I'm confident again, which is never good, but I'm pretty confident.
Good, well thanks and we'll see you next week.
My pleasure.
Good.